Hello and welcome back to the Victory Education Lounge. I'm your host Maurice, and today we're talking about a simple yet incredibly effective tool in the fight against malaria, insecticide-treated bed nets, or ITNs. This is part 18 of our series, and it's a topic that could save lives. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your engagement helps raise awareness about important issues like malaria prevention. Now let's get started. Malaria continues to be one of the deadliest diseases globally, especially in sub-Saharan Africa, Southeast Asia, and parts of Latin America. While there are many strategies to prevent the disease, one of the most effective and affordable solutions is the use of insecticide-treated bed nets, or ITNs. These nets have played a significant role in reducing malaria transmission, particularly in vulnerable populations like children and pregnant women. In today's video, we're going to break down what ITNs are, how they work, their pros and cons, and provide real-world examples to illustrate their effectiveness. So let's jump in. So, what exactly are insecticide-treated bed nets? Often referred to by their acronym ITNs, these are not your ordinary mosquito nets. ITNs are specifically treated with insecticides designed to repel, disable, or kill mosquitoes, hence providing a protective barrier against the blood-sucking insects that transmit malaria. These nets form an effective shield, not just physically warding off the mosquitoes, but also chemically deterring them from biting the person sleeping under the net. You might be wondering, are all ITNs the same? Well, there are two main types. First, we have conventionally treated nets. These are regular mosquito nets that have been soaked in a water-diluted insecticide. They are effective, yes, but they do have a downside. The insecticide on these nets can be washed off over time, especially during cleaning. This means they need to be retreated with the insecticide every 6 to 12 months to ensure they remain effective. The second type is the long-lasting insecticidal nets, also known as ITNs. As the name suggests, these are designed to be more durable and maintain their insecticidal efficacy for a longer period, typically up to 3 years, even after repeated washing. This makes them a more convenient option for long-term use, especially in malaria-endemic regions. Both types of ITNs serve the same purpose, to keep mosquitoes at bay and reduce the transmission of malaria. However, it's worth noting that the choice between conventionally treated nets and ITNs often depends on several factors, including the level of malaria transmission in an area, the resources available, and the specific needs of the community. In conclusion, insecticide-treated bed nets are a simple yet effective tool in the fight against malaria. They provide a physical and chemical barrier against mosquitoes, reducing the risk of malaria transmission. The latter doesn't need to be retreated with insecticide as often, making them more convenient for long-term use. ITNs work in two ways: by providing a physical barrier and by delivering a lethal dose of insecticide to mosquitoes that land on them. But what does this mean exactly? Let's break it down. Firstly, the physical barrier. ITNs are usually hung over beds, creating a protective shield between the sleeping individuals and the mosquitoes. This barrier is crucial as it physically prevents mosquitoes from biting people, thereby interrupting the transmission cycle of malaria. So even if a mosquito manages to sneak into your room, it won't be able to get to you thanks to this protective net. The second way ITNs work is through insecticides. The nets are treated with specific insecticides that are toxic to mosquitoes. When a mosquito lands on the net, it is exposed to this insecticide, which either kills it outright or repels it, discouraging further attempts to penetrate the net. The beauty of this approach is that it's a proactive measure, taking the fight directly to the mosquitoes. Now you might be wondering, why is this particularly effective during the night? Well, that's because the mosquitoes that transmit malaria, called Anopheles mosquitoes, are predominantly night biters. They are most active from dusk till dawn, which, coincidentally, is when most people are in bed, making them easy targets. But with an ITN, you can sleep easy knowing that you have a protective shield and a mosquito killer working for you. However, it's important to remember that the effectiveness of ITNs does not mean that other preventive measures can be ignored. ITNs are just one piece of the puzzle in the fight against malaria. They should be used in conjunction with other strategies such as insecticide spraying, taking anti-malarial drugs, and ensuring prompt treatment if malaria is suspected. This dual approach is particularly effective during the night when mosquitoes are most active and people are most vulnerable to bites. Now let's talk about the benefits of ITNs. They're simple, affordable, and most importantly, effective. Insecticide-treated bed nets pack a powerful punch when it comes to combating malaria. Let's break it down. First up, we have high efficacy. ITNs are not just a theoretical solution, they are a proven method of reducing malaria transmission. Studies have shown that the use of these nets can decrease transmission rates by up to 50%. That's half the cases just by sleeping under a net. Secondly, these bed nets are a low-cost solution. In the grand scheme of things, the cost of an ITN is a drop in the ocean compared to the expense of treating malaria or the devastating cost of a life lost. Many organizations are even distributing these lifesavers for free in high-risk areas, making them accessible to those who need them most. The third benefit lies in their ease of use. There's no complex instruction manual or training required. You simply hang the net over your bed, ensuring it's tucked in securely, and voila! You can sleep soundly, knowing you're protected from those pesky mosquitoes. Lastly, ITNs are long-lasting. Specifically, long-lasting insecticidal nets, or LLNs, can stay effective for up to 3 years before requiring replacement or retreatment. That's 3 years of protection from a single net. Now, let's put these benefits into a real-world context. Take Kenya, for instance. The country has made significant strides in malaria prevention, largely thanks to ITNs. Widespread distribution and use of these nets have led to a sharp decline in malaria cases, particularly among children under 5 years old. This is a testament to the power of a simple net in saving lives and reducing the burden of malaria. In conclusion, the benefits of insecticide-treated bed nets are clear. They offer a highly effective, affordable, and simple solution to a complex problem. By embracing ITNs, we can make significant strides in the global fight against malaria. As with any intervention, ITNs come with their own set of challenges and limitations. It's crucial to acknowledge these hurdles as we continue to strive for effective malaria prevention. Firstly, the issue of wear and tear. Over time, these nets can develop holes or tears, which significantly reduces their effectiveness. Picture a shield with a hole in it. It can't fully protect you, can it? The same principle applies to these nets. Regular checks and maintenance are necessary to ensure they are in good condition and provide optimal protection. The second challenge is insecticide resistance. Nature has a way of adapting, and in some areas mosquitoes have developed a resistance to the insecticides used in ITNs. This resistance makes the nets less effective as the mosquitoes can survive the insecticide and continue to spread malaria. This issue has led to ongoing research for new insecticides that can overcome this resistance, keeping the ITNs effective. Lastly, we have the challenge of limited use. Despite the effectiveness and benefits of ITNs, not everyone uses them consistently. Some people find them uncomfortable or too hot to sleep under, especially in warmer climates. Others may not fully understand their importance and therefore neglect to use them regularly. Education and awareness programs are key to overcoming this challenge. By helping people understand the importance of these nets and the significant role they play in preventing malaria, we can encourage consistent use. To sum it up, like all good things, ITNs also have their share of challenges: wear and tear, insecticide resistance, and limited use. But remember, the benefits far outweigh these challenges. Regular maintenance, ongoing research, and education can help us overcome these limitations and continue to save millions of lives from the deadly grasp of malaria. Some people don't use the nets consistently due to discomfort, heat, or lack of understanding about their importance. It's our collective responsibility to educate and encourage consistent use, as each net used is a step closer to a malaria-free world. Despite these challenges, the benefits of ITNs far outweigh the cons. Insecticide-treated bed nets are a powerful, cost-effective weapon in the battle against malaria. They provide a physical barrier against mosquitoes and deliver a lethal dose of insecticide to these disease carriers. Their simple design and ease of use make them accessible and beneficial to everyone, regardless of age or location. The success stories from around the globe, like the significant reduction of malaria cases in Kenya, are testaments to the effectiveness of these nets. However, success is not a reason for complacency. We must continue to innovate, educate, and distribute these life-saving tools to those in need. So, let's keep the conversation going. Share this video with your family, friends, and colleagues to spread awareness about the importance of insecticide-treated bed nets. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize that while we've covered a lot of ground today, there's still so much to learn about malaria. This video is just another step on our journey to understand and combat this disease. In the coming weeks, we'll continue to dive deeper into each aspect of malaria, from its life cycle to the latest research and vaccine development. If you're passionate about making a difference, I invite you to support the fight against malaria by visiting United to Beat Malaria. You'll find the link in the description below. Together, we can help save lives and create a healthier world. Every contribution, no matter how small, brings us one step closer to a world free from malaria. Remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Together, we can unveil the truths about malaria and join the battle to end this global menace. Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any health-related decisions should be discussed with a licensed physician. Always seek the advice of your doctor or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition.